One of the major challenges that we have is that we are very likely to lose our lease for the Maui Mall, which is where our service center is. And the service center is motor vehicle registration and our property tax, different departments are there. Now, what happened was A&B sold the property to someone else, and that group is saying that they want to sell the property again. So they're not extending leases, or are very reluctantly extending leases, and we haven't been able to get a confirmation on an extension of the lease. Our current lease expires in 2015. So because of that, we're trying to find a piece of property that will, we can build our own service and our own facilities in. And there are two strong potentials that we sent down to the council. And it sits in Mike White's finance committee right now. Now, with those two parcels, there's a 4-acre parcel that's in the Kahului industrial area that A&B owns. A&B was willing to gift us somewhere between 35 and 36 acres of property from Paia Baldwin to Baldwin Park. So that gift alone would more than make up for the cost of the new property that we're trying to acquire. But the new property would cost roughly about $6 million. The second property, which would cost us about $5 million, is about 5 acres in the Kealani project, right next to the new Long's Drugs in Wailuku. And those property owners have also told us they would be willing to give us 14 acres right on the opposite side of the roadway that's there if we were to acquire their property. Now, those properties need to be worked on quickly, because the reason we're able to get such good deals for the Kealani property is because it's a bank sale. The bank had foreclosed on the property and they want to be able to get their money out. If they find another willing buyer, the proposal could be pulled from the county. A&B, on the other hand, wants to sell their property in the industrial area, but there's nothing that prohibits them from selling it to someone else as well. So both of these need to be worked on very quickly if we're going to be able to consider them. Otherwise, we may lose that opportunity. So for those that are interested in trying to also get the service center to the Kahului area and the 36 acres that goes along with it, Paia, you need to talk to Mike White to make sure that he puts the issue before the committee, his finance committee, as soon as possible. And the same with the Kealani property. Otherwise, we may lose the opportunity. When we're looking at the properties, we've actually recommended that they consider both. If we were to do this, we have to be able to relocate some of the county facilities anyway. And acquiring these properties would allow us to build our county facilities on both properties. And we can move all the service departments that are dealing with permits, for instance, to the Kealani site, the Maulani site, excuse me, the Kahului site. We could be putting the service center, current service center, real property, and there are a lot of social service agencies that are also attached to contracts of leased property, that we'd be able to move them on site and get them off of leased property. So we're trying to get out of leases as much as possible onto county-owned property, county facilities.